Good morning. Welcome back to Expat Inside. This is Friday the 15th. We are just after Valentine, am I right? And our second guest today from Make-A-Wish Foundation. He is again, he's got a little bit of foreign blood in him, and he is the chairman of Make-A-Wish Foundation. He's here to talk about the children, the kids that they support. Some of them orphans, some of them with some kind of ailments, and as long as they are young children and they have a wish, these are the people who makes those wish come true. And our guest tonight, the chairman, this morning, I'm sorry, is Kahlil Bagatsing. That's a very famous last name in the Philippines. So welcome to Expat Inside, Mr. Kahlil Bagatsing.
Raju, thank you so much for having me. I'm very excited to be here.
Well, happy to have you here. But before we start with Make-A-Wish Foundation and how you are the genie that makes their wishes come true, tell us a bit about your famous last name, Bagatsing.
Well, the last name was coined here in the Philippines. My grandfather, my great-grandfather rather, his first name was Bagat, his last name was Singh with the H in the end. And my grandfather put it together to have a more Filipino-sounding name.
Because in the Indian culture, sometimes they use the father's name as their last name. And Bhagat, by the way, means devotee, and Singh means lion.
Okay.
So devotee lion.
I guess that's why they sent all my
So
uncles
you're
to
what?
San Beda.
Devotee and lion. You're also, you too? No.
Well, I went to high school there.
Oh,
So
wow.
I'm one of the Red Cubs.
So how much of that Singh blood is left in you till date? How much of it is Filipinized, or there are other kind of timpla?
Yeah, there's a big mix. I'm a whole mixture of different things.
Right.
From my father's side, I'm part Indian, and my grandmother on that side is part Spanish, very little Spanish.
Yeah.
My mom's side, my middle name is Birkenkotter.
What is that?
It's German. So she's part German, she's part British as well. Her maiden name is Christine Carpenter Birkenkotter. So predominantly Indian, predominantly German. I like to say that I have both Gandhi and Hitler running through me.
They're not running through, they're sitting quietly and
It's a good
meditating.
mix.
Sitting quietly and meditating.
Yeah.
Fantastic. And now you, besides being the chairman of Make-A-Wish Foundation, which we'll talk about,
Yes.
what is it, the other thing that supports the work you do? What is that?
I've been involved in the family business for almost 15 years.
Yeah.
We're into information technology. We're the ones that sell the machines for the credit card. When you swipe your credit card.
Right, there you go. You're the guy who's make all the trouble in my bank accounts.
No,
if
that's
not for you, I wouldn't be spending so
well,
much.
it's you using the credit card. It's not us putting the machine.
Yeah, but if they couldn't swipe it, remember, they wouldn't charge me.
Well, it makes it easier. So I've been doing that, and I've recently put up my own software company. And I also used to teach and do some freelance consulting with Professor Andy Ferreria.
Oh, the gentleman from AIM,
Yes.
the famous entrepreneurial guru.
I took my master's in AIM.
And where were you teaching?
In the one school, it was a
Mr. Kulaiko's
yes.
school, right,
Yes.
right by Paseo.
Exactly.
So, tell us now about being the chairman to Make-A-Wish, chairman of Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Okay, again, thank you for having me. I'm so glad that I'm able to share something that's very close to me.
It's my pleasure, because Expat Insight is supposed to put across whatever good that happens out there. Yeah.
Well, in Make-A-Wish, just to tell you about Make-A-Wish, basically what we do is we grant the wishes of children aged 3 to 18 with a life-threatening medical condition. So it has to be a
3 to 18?
Yes, 3 to 18. 3 because we need the child to be able to communicate the wish. And we cap it off at 18 because at 18 they've already had more of a life to live. They've had the experience already.
Maybe they're not kids anymore.
Yeah, they're not kids anymore.
Well, I mean, 18 is not a number.
Exactly.
But approximately that's a good idea.
And we're a worldwide foundation. It was actually started in Phoenix, Arizona in 1980. The story behind that was a boy named Christopher Gracious. He loved policemen. You know, that was a time of chips, California Highway Patrol,
motorcycle
Eric
guys.
Estrada and everything.
Yeah, yeah.
I did my research as well.
I didn't take it. Yeah.
And
I was there. I didn't do my research again.
Kind of have the Eric Estrada look.
Me.
So he was suffering from leukemia, and the mom told the local police officers who were the friend, and they said, my son really loves being a policeman.
Right.
And they go, why don't we do that for him? You know, why don't we
Right.
make him a policeman for a day?
Yeah.
So they had the uniform made, and he had the uniform.
How young was
the
this
hat.
kid, Christopher?
I think he was about 12 years old,
Okay.
if I'm not mistaken. It's way back in 1980. And for one day, he got to do everything the policeman could do. He got to ride in the squad car. He got to arrest someone as a police officer. He got to tour the jail. And the mom said it was just the happiest day of his life.
My gosh.
Sadly, Christopher passed away a couple of months later, and he was the only civilian who was buried with full police honors, given full
A
police honors.
12-year-old kid.
Yes.
Oh my, that's a beautiful story.
And they said, you know, it's so easy to make someone's wish come true. Why don't we do this on a regular basis and Make-A-Wish was born?
This is nice. This is nice. So you're saying those two cops, those helped him out, become a policeman for a
Yes.
day. Are they still around? Did they start the foundation?
It's the mom of Christopher who helped start.
Who started
Yes.
the foundation?
Yes.
And she's around?
Yeah, she is.
And what's her name?
I don't know personally. I haven't personally met her.
Yeah. But she's not the one who founded Make-A-Wish Foundation, because it's another gentleman that's mentioned there, or it's her?
She's one of the people
Founding group.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful story. And since that day of Christopher,
Yes.
up to now, how many kids have had their wishes come true?
Okay, it has spread over. We're now present in
30 years.
yeah, basically 30
Yeah.
plus something years since
Yeah.
1980. We're present in 37 countries, and since that day we've granted over 250,000 wishes.
Wow, wow. And most of them were just as the one of Christopher, or were there different wishes?
Okay, there are 4 types of wishes that we have.
Great, I
Okay.
need to know.
The first is I wish to have.
I
wish to have some, yes.
That means own.
Yes.
Okay.
For example, I wish for a bike.
Okay, I wish to have a bicycle.
Yes, I wish to have a bicycle. Here in the Philippines, 95% of the wishes are I wish to have. I wish to have toys. I wish to have a Barbie doll. I wish to have rubber shoes, things like that.
Which is quite easy, because all you have to do is acquire or have somebody sponsor that gift.
Well, we'll get into that.
Okay, you're the
we'll
boss.
definitely
You're the boss,
get
yeah.
into that. Number 2 is I wish to go. So I wish to go somewhere.
Right,
I wish to go to the zoo. I
right,
wish to go to Baguio. We recently had a wish that
Right.
we wish to go to Baguio.
right.
So that's the second type of wish. The third
Right.
is I wish to meet. So I wish
Right.
to meet a celebrity. I wish to meet Michael Jordan.
Pacquiao.
Pacquiao.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, he's not as popular here. He's more popular in the U.S.
With Filipinos or with
The children in the U.S.
American kids?
more want to meet Pacquiao than the
No
children
kidding,
here.
no
It
kidding.
surprises me as well. So to meet a celebrity.
I don't. Okay, I'm making assumptions here. Go ahead. Tell me
Okay.
the story. Yeah.
So I wish to meet celebrities like Pacquiao is one. In the States, we've had basketball players like Kobe Bryant,
Yeah, yeah.
Michael
Jordan
Jackson,
had it. Yeah.
Jordan, all those Oprah.
Yeah.
So we've had that. And the last one is I wish to be. For me, those are the fun ones. I wish to be a police officer. I wish to be a superhero. I wish to be a chef. So for one day, we get to make them something that they
I
want
wish to be a rock singer for a day.
That's possible. I wish to be a model.
Yeah, yeah.
Things like that. I wish to be a princess, which is always a fun one to grant.
Gosh. But these are only for children suffering from ailments.
Yes.
Can somebody just with a wish approach you?
No. They have to be suffering from a life-threatening medical condition.
Oh, okay.
So we have a list provided by the International Office of the medical conditions that qualify. So if you have a cold, you can't qualify for a wish. It's really for sick children.
Right, somebody with a severe case of dengue, or dengue is not so long, no?
Not so.
Cancer,
Yes.
tuberculosis.
Most of the kids we deal with are cancer patients.
Oh, I'm so sad.
I remember when the first time I saw the list, it said ALL, the medical condition of the child. I'm like, this child has everything, all? It's acute lymphatic lymphoma. It's a
Oh,
form
okay,
of-
that's the
of
technical
cancer.
term for cancer.
Yeah. Well, the different types. There's so many different types of cancer. Earlier, you were asking me, if they just wish for rubber shoes, it's so simple. We don't
Wait,
just...
you went through 3.
4.
Have,
Yes.
go, meet, be.
Be,
Yeah,
yeah.
right, okay.
So it's not just, what we do is not just simply give the wish. We make it a memorable experience. So we have to make, for one day, the child is going to forget that they're sick. And they're going to feel that they're the center of the world. They can just enjoy the one day. So when you have a wish like rubber shoes, how do you make that special? How do you make it so impactful?
Is this rhetoric, or is
Well,
that
that's the question that we have to
Right,
answer
yeah,
ourselves.
yeah.
Because the reason why I'm very active in Make-A-Wish and why I believe in it is I believe we help save lives in what we do.
Is that what you do?
Well-
I would think maybe you make lives full and big.
The reason why I say that is if someone doesn't want to get well, no medicine is going to cure that person. And we're in this age wherein the mind has a lot of control and how you feel about it. And a lot of these children aren't really in good situations. They don't have, when they look at life, they're not exactly saying, wow, this is a great thing. They're dealing with chemotherapy. They have parents who feel, they feel that they're a burden to their parents. So for one day, you change their outlook.
They feel that they're burdened
Some
to
of
the
them
parents.
do.
Yeah, okay,
Yes. I've actually had a parent go, I have 7 kids. I cannot spend my time on this sick one.
Oh gosh.
You know, those are some of the harsh things that we experience.
Oh jeez.
So that's where we come in, Raju.
I must tell you, Kahlil, I love kids, and that kids are my weakness.
Exactly.
They are my massive weakness.
And that's where we come in.
Yeah.
We start to make life fun again. We ask them, what's the one thing you want most in the world? And then we're going to make it happen. And it's so much fun, Raj. I cannot put into words how much fun it is when you
Tell
have...
me a story.
Okay.
Recent one. I mean, name a person, name a sickness.
Recent one. Chiron.
Boy.
Yeah, he's a boy.
Okay.
He wished to be Batman.
He wished to be Batman. Okay.
Isn't that, you know, just thinking about it. How are we going to make him Batman? So what the volunteers did, you know, I love the volunteers, they're so creative. They created a Batcave. So they got a uniform for him, they created a Batcave.
Boy.
And next thing you know, there's actually a Justice League Philippines. Filipinos who dress up like Superman, Wonder Woman, and all the other Justice League. They all came in and greeted Batman, and they were all having a photo shoot in the Batcave and everything, and he got to act
I think
out.
you have pictures.
Yeah, I have a picture of him.
Let me call in the pictures, then you continue with the story. Shall we put on the pictures that Mr. Bagatsing has brought in? He has about 7 or 8 pictures of Make-A-Wish Foundation there.
We're very proud. We opened our first branch in Baguio. So we've expanded.
You're not in the picture, are you?
I was the one taking the picture.
Okay, there you go. So you are in the picture.
I'm taking the picture there.
You're
so
only on this side of the camera.
Well,
okay.
I want to focus on how great the volunteers are doing there in Baguio.
Yeah,
So these are the volunteers of Baguio. This is to show how Make-A-Wish is very international.
Yeah.
So you have all these different countries: Taiwan, Thailand,
Yeah.
Panama.
Yeah. These are all
Hong
foreigners here with Make-A-Wish Philippines?
Every year, no, every year we have a conference where
Yeah.
all the Make-A-Wishes from all the countries meet and share how we can help each other out.
I see one of your kababayan
Yes,
in the corner.
he's from
Red
India.
T-shirt, yeah.
Right there, from Canada, Korea, and Singapore. And the newest one up in the upper right is from Luxembourg. His name is Marcel. So that's our latest country to be affiliated. This is our 1,000th wish. Her wish was
That's Rahul Laurel.
That's Rahul.
Yeah.
This is Erica Lay. Her wish was to be a fashion designer.
1,000
Our 1,000th wish
for
in
the Philippines.
Yes.
For the Philippines, okay.
So
she's Filipino? Or
she's Filipina, yeah.
Okay.
She's a great story. This is Rico of Metro Bank Card.
And the boy?
Frankie. His wish was for basketball items.
Oh, he wanted things.
He wanted basketball. Can you look how big that smile is? Just
I
simple
know, he's
basketball.
thrilled.
Most of us we have basketball items thrown around. That's his one wish.
Yeah.
Here, the wish is for a guitar.
So and that's the boy, girl in T-shirt?
It's a girl, the orange T-shirt. So what the volunteers did was they had guitar lessons, they did a jamming session.
Yeah.
So they had one day of festivities.
This is beautiful.
That's a lot of fun. Wish to go to the park.
Which is where?
This is Luneta.
Oh, this is Manila
Yeah,
Zoo?
this is the park, yeah.
Okay.
Simple wish. So the family gets to go with him, the volunteers are there. Just go around and just have one day of fun.
So the process, that's Batman.
There you go, there's Batman.
That's Byron, what did you say his name?
Chiron.
Chiron, the little one or the big one?
The little one.
Who's the big one behind? The big Batman?
That's Big Batman.
Daddy Batman?
Yeah, Daddy Batman. However you want to call him. It was good that Aquaman was able to swim to get here.
the guy in the orange is Green Lantern or green?
That's, the green one is Green Lantern. The one in orange is Aquaman.
Aquaman, okay, the man in water, yeah.
Yeah, he swam through the Pasig River to get here.
So wait, how does the process go? So you get a list from overseas saying that these are kids in danger.
Okay, what we do, the way to get kids is we're partnered with the hospitals here.
Okay,
so we go to
that
PGA,
would be the way to go.
PCMC.
Yeah.
We know most of the operators there, most of the social workers, and we tell them, okay, we need 15 kids to interview. And they qualify the kids for us, then we come in and start the interview process.
Then you do another qualification process? Or that's
no.
Yeah.
The moment we get the doctor's notice that this child qualifies, we accept it because we need a doctor sign off.
Is he like fatal? Is he going to go?
We don't like to say that it's fatal, they're going to go. We like to think that what we do helps turn things around.
Okay, we like to believe that it might or it will. Okay, fine. That's a great thing to do, yeah.
Put it this way, the first child whose wish was granted in 2000, who was suffering from a very complex type of hemophilia, is alive today.
Wow. So he has an anchor, a route to go back that happiness is possible in this world.
Yes.
And the community, my society that I live in is willing to support me.
Yes,
these are people
exactly.
beyond just my immediate family and friends. These are people beyond that are trying to welcome me and sustain me in this world. No, wow, that's beautiful, yeah.
And it just really changes our outlook. That's what I believe in. it gives them something to hold on to. We'd always say the pillars of the foundation are joy, strength, and hope.
Those are your values. Those
Yes.
Are,
When we say joy, the one day they can just feel joy. They can just be happy. I mean, forget your sickness, forget your illness. Today is your day. You're going to have the best time of your life. And once you have that joy, it gives them the strength. Hey,
That's right. Yeah.
I can fight this. I can beat this. And most importantly, the hope that I will overcome this disease.
Yeah,
I will overcome this illness.
usually turnaround takes like a
Exactly.
second. Yeah.
The moment you have it in the mind, in the heart, in the soul, it's going to follow in the body.
So you have, how big is the group in Make-A-Wish Philippines? Who are the creative people behind it? Where
Okay.
the funding, support, structure, systems?
Last year we doubled our staff, so there's
Yeah.
now 2.
Yeah.
Most of it,
What do you mean two? You and him or her?
I'm a volunteer, Raju. But the
Oh.
Philippines is run strongly by volunteers.
And how many volunteers are
We
there?
have about, on and off, maybe about almost 100 volunteers.
So only 2 paid staff
Yes.
by Make-A-Wish Fund. So that's not a lot of expenses.
Well, yeah, it's not a lot of expenses. We
Yeah.
have a small office, probably half the size of the studio.
Right.
And really, 90%...
We're just saying it, by the way, because this studio is, I had to sneak in here, yeah.
Maybe a fourth, actually, just to be fair.
Okay.
90% of the money or the donations that we get go straight to the wish granting activities,
Right.
to the organization.
10% for management.
Yeah, 10% for management. We have a small office. We have a paid staff, 2 paid staff now. We doubled it. We're growing.
Yeah,
We're
that's
growing.
That's good growth. That's 100% growth.
But it's most importantly, we're very proud that it's volunteers who
And
are
it's
making
working.
it happen.
It's working. And 1,000 kids so far, no?
Yeah, and in other countries, not to say that what they're doing is different,
Yeah.
most of them are very professional. They have like a huge staff, they have
Right.
a CEO, they have all these other staff members.
Right.
Here, we have a board of directors who are volunteers,
Wow.
who are very active, and we have a CEO and an administrative staff.
Mm-hmm.
So we doubled it, and this year we're adding another one. So we're
Wow.
really growing. We're very, very excited at the growth that the
So,
Philippines is having.
Kahlil, you're doing this wonderful thing, and there's 100 people with you in this country
Yeah.
who are doing this. Globally, there are 1,000. What do you folks wish for? You, Make-A-Wish Foundation, what do you wish for? I'm not kidding. I'm sure you want to change something. I probably need more resources, something. What is it that Make-A-Wish wishes for?
Well, yeah, we always need more resources. I mean,
Right.
I think every foundation here, aside from us, would be challenged to get funds to support their cause.
Yeah.
We would really wish for people to just, me personally, my wish is for people to volunteer and do something.
Do literally give rather than just sign a check.
Exactly.
That's what you want people
Oh,
to do.
we don't mind having checks.
I mean,
don't
I
get me
know it,
wrong.
I know it, yeah.
We would love a check, but it's different. You know, in the Philippines, you get people who complain a lot about society, about the efforts. You know, rather than complain,
Yeah.
go out and do something.
Right,
productive.
right. I prefer that. Yesterday I was driving by South Superhighway and there were hundreds of people cleaning, planting trees, picking up the plastic, dressed in green or maroon t-shirts, and I love the sign. I have a picture, maybe I'll put it up next time. So, Kahlil, what's happening in the future, in the coming days for Make-A-Wish Philippines?
Well, we're growing. We're
Yeah.
growing by
Any
leaps and
event,
bounds.
anything that you want to invite the audience to?
Well, every month we have a recruitment for those who want to volunteer. We go through an orientation to teach them how
Yeah.
we go the process of handling everything, how to deal with the kids. We're very particular about training because these are very sick children, so we have
Correct.
to
So
be very
you have
careful.
you have psychologists and counselors in the
We
group?
have materials that we
Train,
deal with,
yeah.
to
Yeah.
train with. Like, little things like don't come in sick.
Don't come in sick
Yeah,
yourself.
If you're sick, definitely do not go. and
Right,
meet with
come
the
in
children.
peak form,
Yes.
to, at your best form.
Because the
you
children
add
are
enjoy.
very contagious and they can easily get sick with that.
Yeah.
So we have a recruitment every first Saturday of the month. We can put it in the website for those interested.
Yeah, yeah.
We're also expanding. So if people in Cebu are interested, we're going to have an orientation in Cebu
Yeah.
very soon.
Yeah,
So we're excited about that.
yeah.
Just to give you an idea, 3 years ago when we got back, the
Yeah.
Philippines was averaging 20 wishes a year.
20 wishes a year.
This is 3 years ago.
Right.
Last year we did 232.
Whoa.
So we're very, very proud of the growth. I'm very blessed. I have a great set of officers and volunteers. I'm just very
Wow.
humbled. These are a great group of people. I get to work with them on a daily basis, and every weekend I get to be Santa Claus. I get to be the genie, as you said.
You look at, all they have to do is rub a lamp and there you are.
And yeah, and I think really what got me is I've always loved the moment where you get the dream and the dreamer
Yeah,
to
you
become
see
one.
that sign of joy, for that momentary joy. Yeah.
And it's very rare. How many people can actually say they've seen it firsthand? The dream and the dream are becoming one. I guess I've always loved those movies like Dead Poets, things like that.
Yeah.
And Make-A-Wish was the perfect venue for it for me. Every weekend I get to see something magical happen. Every weekend I get to see this child transform from something so sickly to something so great. And we get to have fun in the process. I mean, we had a wish child who wished to be a princess.
Yeah.
We had a whole ceremony for her. You know, all the female
Nice,
volunteers
nice.
tried to fit into their old prom gowns. Then she even had her Prince Charming.
Yeah.
They had a special dance, and at the end we crowned her princess for the day. I mean, how fun is that?
Kahlil, thank you very
Raju,
much for
thank
being
you
on
so much
Expert
for
Insights.
having
No,
me
it's
here.
been a pleasure. You do wonderful stuff for this country,
Appreciate
for
it.
the world, and for kids, of course. No? So I'm done asking you questions. The show is over. You want to invite them to your website if there's something you want to announce?
Sure. Just if you're very interested,
Yeah.
we're at www.makeawish.org.ph.
It comes up. You Google it. It comes up.
Makeawish.org.ph. Volunteer, whatever cause resonates with you. If it's Make-A-Wish, if you want to grant wishes, then it's great. Come join us. We'd love to have you.
Or find the lamp and rub it. All right, thank you very much for watching Expert Inside. That was Kahlil Bagatsing. And so if you ever need him to turn up to your house, just take a lamp and rub it, and you'll have your wishes come true. We'll see you next week. I'm your host, Raju Mandhyan. Thank you for watching Expert Inside. Good night and mabuhay.